Okay, we are live. All right. Hello there, rock stars. We are 3 minutes late. Oh, dang, I'm good. I was going to say 5 minutes. We are 3 minutes late because I had to do the school drop off because the husband is away on a business trip to Hawaii. Everybody feels terribly, terribly bad for him. Actually, no, he doesn't do well traveling, so it's not as good as it might feel. But he does he does get to eat fresh fruit and swim in the beach every morning. So let's talk about quilting because that's way more fun. This video brought to you by the support of my husband who makes all this possible. I know, we're just hilarious today. Like I literally just walked in here and turned the video on. I'm still checking my notifications just in case I missed anything important. So today, as the title says, if you're looking, probably depending on what platform you're on, is either up there or down there. Yes, I said last week I got 2 new fabrics in. So we split the difference, and I showed you Morning Blossom last week, which is oh so fantastic. This week I will show you Whitetail Woods, and it's good I split them up because I got like a whole pile of other notions and some other things to send you as well. Busy week. If I stopped and thought about it, I would probably be really tired and take a nap. I have had 2 guild meetings in a row. Like one of them is the second Monday in a month, and the other one is the third Tuesday. And every so often the calendar lines up so that they're both back to back. And hello again to Heidi, my longtime friend in the comments who says they have snow in Iowa. Thank you for sending it our way. We are bracing for impact. I don't think we're going to get much. And I really don't want much because if we do have enough that the driveway needs to be plowed, the husband's away, so that means I have to do it with the tractor. Not looking forward to it. So whoosh. But like I was saying on like Twitter last night, not that any of you follow me on the implosion that is Twitter, but the Titanic sinking Twitter. Fredericton's in this weird spot where sometimes you'll see the radar coming for us, and you'll see the radar coming for us, and it'll. I need like I need a green screen. Actually, that's probably a bad idea if I had a green screen. You'll see the weather jet stream heading toward us, and sometimes it just goes right around. It'll be super awesome. Hello, Jeannie K. Did not see you at the meeting last night. It's okay. I snuck out early. So I'm like 50-50, depending on what like my mom watches the Weather Network, and I just get it from Environment Canada. And every so often the two are like completely different. The Weather Network is like, you get 5 to 15 centimeters in the Fredericton area. And the Environment Canada is like 15 to 30. Oh no. Alert, alert, alert. So it's like, we'll get somewhere between 5 and 30 centimeters. So somewhere between like 2 and 12 inches. No biggie. Yeah, we can totally prepare for that. So last night at the guild, we talked about our special guest was about ergonomics with quilting and all this nice, how high should your tables be and everything. And the thing that came up, because people ask me about this weekly and stuff, and even like that day, somebody was having trouble with their rotary cutter. They were like, I need a new rotary cutter because I have to keep leaning over even more and pushing. And the more you lean over and push and stuff, the worse it is for your body. And it turns out all I needed was new blades because the blade was dull. And the thing with a nice sharp tool like this is, as soon as it starts to go dull in any bit, like it's just worth it for changing a new blade to overcome, screwing your body over. Trust me, this is from the been there, done that department, and the entire neck to wrist issues that I have. One of the other things that I do with the rotary cutter, if the blade gets dull, is I start holding it more like this and pushing this with this part of my wrist and gripping it so I can push harder. And so, you cut you make 100 cuts or so pushing against right here, the nerves in your wrist complain after not very long. I got to stop doing that. So just change your blade. They're cheap. The other thing we talked about too was one of these nice ruler grips to like grip onto your ruler. It'll keep you straighter too, so you don't have to bend over so much. And I know people say that my cutting table is too low. It's a little too low, but also my hips are a lot closer to the ground than everybody else's. I have extremely short legs. I know. So so far it's a good height for me. I could probably go up maybe 1 or 2 inches, but it's not it. It's either my back hurts or my wrist hurts, so I gotta like split the difference in there. So yeah, healthier quilting all the way around. I know there's an Instagram channel account called Healthy Quilting, and there's some other people who are focused on the ergonomics of quilting because we don't want our hobbies to hurt us. And the other interesting thing she said is how our stations need to be like 10 to 14 feet apart to make you get up and walk over to your cutting station or your ironing station. And people laugh at me when I say, yeah, I purposely put my iron a little further away so that I have to get up from the sewing machine and walk over because just can't sit that long anymore. Can't do it. Got to keep moving. So that's enough about me and my health. How are you? Oh, okay. That's good. All right. So you take care of you too. Good to hear that. Let's move on to some of the stuff we got that I didn't price. Okay. One of my companies, remember, I always talk about supply chain issues, and I put in another order at the place where I get a lot of notions. And sometimes I order things and I forget about them, and sometimes the back orders come in, so it's like 5 or 6 sheets of paper from this one company, and I'm like, I'm going to call them and say, just forget about the rest of these things. But one of the things that came in, this is a nice bolt, of the Pellon 8020. This is just like the Hobbs 8020, except it's Pellon. It's just a different name brand. It's very low loft. I personally find the Pellon natural blend. It's still 96-inch wide, like the Hobbs that you get off the roll, or like you would get in the bag or whatever. But this is 96 inches wide by 9 yards. And I have it on sale for $95. I swear to God, I know the fabric cupboard got a bunch in too. I'm not copying. We just got them both in at the same time because we use the same supplier for this. So mine came in too. So $95, nice little special for 9 yards. That'll do you like 3 queen size quilts, queen or king, or lots of little projects. And I have been putting this in some of my own quilts, and I personally like it better than the Hobbs. It's a little cheaper. I find the batting itself is a little more dense. Sometimes when you're manipulating the Hobbs, you can easily stick a finger through it if you pull and stretch it too much. This, you don't. It drapes nice. I find it nice and warm. And it's still really, really thin. It's got a 1/16 of an inch loft, it says. So if you want to stock up on some batting, you've got some quilts that you need to get done, $95, 9 yards, you can have some. And I have like 4 of these. So got time to rush out before we all get dumped on in snow, which isn't even supposed to start until like 11 o'clock. So you don't rush too much. I know, I'm not worried about it until maybe like time to pick up the kid from school. So the other old business, I managed to get up some quilts. I managed to get some kits done up. I can't even speak. Of the Forest Holiday Quilt Kit. You have seen this quilt. Hanging in the shop in the room divider. I kind of gave you a preview before. This is the kit, all done up. Everything's in it for $165. Everything but the backing and the batting, of course. So you too could make a beautiful quilt like this. Put that on your wish list. So I'm happy about those things. And it is also the middle of November. Somebody was saying the end of next week is American Thanksgiving, and we know then that that's just the downhill slide till Christmas, and there's no stopping it now. So I wanted to remind everybody we have these lovely Advent panels. This lovely Advent panel here is $12. Dun, dun, dun. And the added bonus is they are reusable. You don't have all the cardboard and plastic to throw out. You just fold this up. I'm trying to think of fold this up, stitch it down. It's very easy. You've got little pockets. You can pull it out year after year and put in it whatever little treats you want. If you want to put in little tea bags of different kind of flavored teas for grown-ups, or even herbal teas for older kids, instead of candy, or like little coupons, or I don't know, whatever, like little things that you collect. I'm thinking like stamps, coins, little prizes for you and your spouse. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Little love notes. Now I'm getting all sappy. Ugh, miss that guy. It's annoying. Ugh. I don't just miss him in case I need the driveway plowed either. Got nobody to talk to all day. This one is the Santa's Sweet Shop, which is nice and red and full of candy, and gingerbread cookies. Yeah. See, same idea. Just fold it up, make the little pockets, and Bob's your uncle. If you don't have an Uncle Bob, you'll be done in plenty time. That is also $12. And then, whoa, this nice big Grinch one where the Grinch gets to hang the ornaments on the tree. You know what would be hilarious is if you put the ornaments all on the tree and then took them off every day until Christmas. What they get you to do is sew buttons all over the tree, and the ornaments, you layer them with felt and sew a little loop on them, and then hang them on the buttons on the tree. So that is a $20 panel. It is huge. It has lots of parts. You could make it very easily. I know I always say, yeah, it's totally easy, but yeah, it is. And there's a free download with the directions, and I have some printed out for you. So if you do get this, I will also provide you with the directions. I know. So there's still time to make those advent calendars. And now for something completely different. Not completely different. So Whitetail Woods arrived, and I'm like, well, this was supposed to get here a month or two ago at least. But honestly, it's perfect timing because the Whitetail Woods line to me perfectly encapsulates November, which is not my favorite month. November is like the Thursday of the year. Just yeah, you know what I mean? It's not hump day. It's just there. You just kind of got to get through it to get to December to get the more good stuff. And it's just kind of outside. Everything's dead. All the leaves are gone. I'm making it sound so attractive in terms of fabric, but they have outdone themselves with this panel. This nice deer, whitetail deer. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. A little pheasant down there. So it's very, very New England woods, New Brunswick woods. The detail on this, I think it must have been originally hand painted because, like, look at that. That's really handsome. That's a handsome deer. You can see brush strokes down here. And of course, it is like a sideways and wide panel. It's like this wide. Did I put a price on it? No. I think it's 13. I think I kept these panels at 13. And of course, it's digitally printed and it's very nice and soft, but it's got that, like, this is part of the barn, but it's got like that gray, gloomy, cold, like you can feel how cold it is. And the misty morning when you're like out hunting and things. Not that I do that. But if you have somebody who likes the outdoors in your life and they want a quilt to celebrate that, and those nice brown and beige tones of like the dead grasses and the twigs, it's very realistic. It's very, very realistic. And some of the fabrics that go with it, they did a great job on. Like, somebody called me asking for sky fabric last month. I was like, I have none. I have some on the way, but I have none now. But this is the nice November sky. And these are at 17 a meter too. I kept them at that rate. And this one is bark or the trees or the woods. It's a very woody, grainy. Whenever I get these kind of prints, they're always very, very popular for people who are making either art quilts or more masculine themed quilts, more realistic themed. Some people don't make like the bookshelf quilts, and they're like, I need wood to go on the bookshelf. Okay, that's great. So I'm glad we've got some of these back in because they are a steady seller, even if you're not using the panel or anything. Everybody needs some landscape prints. And I'm pretty sure these are birch trees because they look like birch trees to me, even though I can't see the bark. But just the way that they're dead in the woods, well, they're not dead, but after all the leaves are gone, they're I'm trying to think of the word for hibernating, but for trees. I have not had enough tea and not had enough sleep, so you're just laughing with me. I know. This one is also twigs and branches, but brown, so not against the sky or anything, but it's a good brown. And I admit these are usually not my colors, but I can still appreciate the kind of designs that people make with them. And you can do real dormant, thank you, Heidi, dormant trees. I can still appreciate what people do, and it's still pretty in its own way, And this is wood chips. Wood chips on the ground, wood chips, sawdust. Do you know any woodworkers? Maybe you do. Or like a forest floor situation. And here's some birch bark. Some people are going to be excited about this, especially the art quilters, because they're always looking for things to represent like birch trees. We are heavily populated with birch trees around here. I know as a kid, peeling off some of the bark, using it as paper. That was great. So birch bark fabric. Woohoo! And that was a short line, and you can see it all on the website. I'm smart. I did that earlier. It also comes with some coordinating Toscana Toscana blenders. I don't have the full Toscana line because I don't have room, but I do have the ones that match this particular line, which Northcott had figured that out for us shop owners. So this is like a nice suede deer beige color, which I can see going over very, very well with some people. I can't remember how much the Toscanas are, but I will find that out. That is weird. Do I have it in my system, or did I somehow forget that? Because that would be hilarious. I'm going to look up stuff on my iPad while I'm streaming on my laptop, because why not? Use all the devices. If my phone rings, I'm a goner. Oh, Toscana 325 per quarter meter. So I want to say this looks, I can't do math right now. Yeah, 13 a meter. So same as the other basics with the Toscana. I have a charcoal blacky gray, and there's a whitish gray, and there is a deeper, more ochre kind of brown to go with that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's one of those steady background things. So the other thing I did, which I'm really excited about, was I ordered some notions in for gifts, because this is the time of year people come in, they're looking for gifts for their quilting friends, they're looking for gifts for their family members. I'm seeing a lot of lost looking people coming in going, I have no idea what I'm looking at, but I need to buy something for my wife, grandma, aunt, sister. I know. So I need to I have a nice selection of, this is something they would never buy for themselves, but it's quilting related, and you can't go wrong with things like this. I'm all dry from some of the talking last night in a crowded room, well ventilated, everybody wearing masks, so you still have to kind of like raise your voice. Oh So Clean brush and cloth set in pink. It's this little container. You know me, love these little containers. And what it's got in it is two different brushes and a microfiber cleaning cloth for keeping your machine clean. Look at that. Look at those nice. So you can just dig in there, wipe around your bobbins. Every time you change your bobbins, swap out a fresh bobbin for a new one. Just give it a quick dust. That will really help. Don't blow in it. And this, I'm always wiping the little microfiber cloth. I am always wiping off the dust on my sewing machine. And it's not that we're, you know, uh, dirty housekeepers or anything. Is as you work with all that fiber, it is releasing a bunch of tiny fibers. So even just one good sewing session, you're creating all this fiber dust everywhere, and that's what's all over your sewing machine. I'm usually just going like this, going. So if you see stuff all over my sleeve, that's why. This is probably a better idea, or give your glasses a little clean so you can actually see what you're doing. Not that I would forget to clean my glasses on a daily basis or anything. Yes, of course I would. So these cute little kits are like $10. That was it. But I could only get 2 of them. So it's a cute little stocking stuffer. These, I don't have these ones hanging on the website anymore yet, because I just put them in the system yesterday. That is a restock of the 1/4-inch quilter's tape. If you need to make a nice, this is very skinny tape. It's a 1/4-inch wide. You put it down next to a seam so you can stitch a 1/4 inch away from the seam and have a guideline. I know. You can use it for hand quilting or machine quilting. Doesn't matter. Works really well. Some people swear by it. Somebody asked me if I had a bunch of the BQ patterns. I got one of all they had. So if you're looking for the Maple Island quilts patterns that they have like a BQ on them. I mean, I haven't even opened this yet and gone through them because I was busy. Oh, that's a restock. One of my favorite blue markers here, the Mark Be Gone marking pen. This one comes out with water. It's a fine tip blue marker. What's my watch? Okay, my heart rate is good. Okay, good. Thank you. This. Now, my mom is not here right now. She might watch this later. She might not. But this would be the kind of thing that I would get my mom for Christmas and stick like just as an extra. It is the Bonnie K. Hunter Quilter's Tech Set. Look at that. And it's got one of Bonnie's quilts printed right on here. It is a microfiber mouse mat, a cleaning cloth, a mini cleaner, and a pouch. Mini clean screen cleaner. Okay, yeah. So it's got like the microfiber cloths and things with Bonnie Hunter's quilts put all over them. And if I knew how much they were, let's look that up again. I didn't price everything yet. It has been busy in the shop, which is great. Just means that some of the things I have to do just take longer because I don't get to it. $20. $20 for your Bonnie Hunter fan. Stick that in their stocking. I do have a few of these. So there's that. Oh wow, these came in. Huh. Star stencils in multiple sizes. I'm pretty sure those are only a few bucks. Those are less than 10. Don't even see them on my list. That one. This is Jeannie K. Close Your Eyes. In case somebody gets. This is a puzzle. There was a book that came out from C&T Martingale Publishing. That was the red and white quilts. I believe I still have a copy of this. I'm not sure. But this is the puzzle. So you've got the cover shot from the book as a puzzle. And if you really love red and white quilts, as I know some of you do, this, I want to say $28 puzzle. Yep, $28 puzzle would be great to keep you occupied in that nice post-Christmas lull, like on Boxing Day. Give you something nice to do, because you're like got to talk with the family, and you got some of them staying in your quilt room. Got to do something quilt related, right? Am I right? You know what I'm saying here. Might as well just do a puzzle. That is a tradition in lots of families. You just do a quilt related one this time. No big. This is the one that I really liked. This is from the book Sunday Best Quilts. Huh? I know, aren't they cute? They're pineapple and log cabins. So maybe that was the pattern I used for that red and white quilt. Nope, not quite. Um, I'm still looking for that pattern. But this is bright and sunshiny. Also a good quilt to do in the winter because good quilt, good puzzle. Also be a good puzzle to do in the winter because it's very nice and bright and summery. And you've got lots of detail. Oh, I like how they quilted those. Yeah, I'm getting distracted. Tea time. And back in stock is the 2023 quilt calendars. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to get stuff in my calendar for next year. And I just want to give a speaking of my calendar for next year, I don't want to say anything yet because I just got phoned about this yesterday. But a special wink wink, nudge nudge to some gals who have been watching my videos, who are further outside of Fredericton, who haven't had a chance to come to my shop. And just maybe I'll be coming to you in the future. I know. More shall be revealed at a later date. But I did write it in my calendar in pen. Yeah. So there's that. So you should like get on with the calendar here. And because this is in the books and patterns category, these are on sale for just under 20 bucks. And the patterns for the quilts are in here. That's the only way you can get the patterns for these quilts is if you buy the calendar. And one section of my family always gets a new calendar for Christmas. So if you have that sort of tradition, you could send your family member in and say, "Get me that quilt calendar and put it under the tree for me." And then you just like act all surprised. You'll probably forget, which is why it's great to have ADHD because you can say, "Go buy me this for Christmas," and they do, and you give them like 2 months notice. By the time Christmas gets there, you're like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot about this. This is great." That's if you're me. So the last item are these eco tote bags, which I did get them in. Yeah, they're $14 for the eco tote bags for your big shopping bags. And I do have bags here for people to, get their purchases. Most people turn the bag down or they say, I brought a bag with me. A large portion of people bring a bag with them, but leave it in the car. But I'm giving you the chance to get a really nice tote bag with quilts on them. This is your quilt shopping bag. It's your quilt retreat bag. It's your quilt. I'm going to take things to show and tell to Guild tonight. These are my extras going to some workshops or classes. This is my running around doing errands, including the quilt shop bag. And it has a pocket on the inside. These are the really high quality bags. And it's got all this information on the bottom too about the quilts. These are made from recycled plastic water bottles. So you can feel good about the environment. This is a Bonnie Hunter quilt. Again, why am I showing you all my mom's Christmas presents? She'll see this later and laugh, and she'll forget. And she'll open stuff up on Christmas and go, oh my God, how did you know? So yeah, $14. This is one. Who is this one? This one is pretty good. I'm pretty sure this is K Facet Fabrics done in a kaleidoscope. Ooh, isn't that pretty? This is one of the ones that's my style. No, it's from Easy Stack Quilts. Ooh, look at that. But it's very pretty. It's a very nice black bag, sturdy, because you know it's going to get dirty on the bottom. This one is a nice sampler quilt. Harriet's Journey from Elm Street Quilts. We have an Elm City Guild here too, so that's really funny. So this nice, and it's green, and it's very springy. So like I said, this one's my favorite with the big Lone Star in the rainbow colors. It's gorgeous. Look at that use of color. I mean, it's just, couldn't you just like be shopping around with that and be like the coolest quilter on the block? Ooh, look, it's got the name on the side and everything. These totes are 14 bucks. So if you don't have a tote for when you come shopping here, get a new one. Get somebody to get you one for Christmas because, oh man, I can get more. I just got one of everything just to see how they go over. I can easily get more because the rate things are flying out the door here. I'm probably going to have to order more notions and stuff before Christmas anyway. I've got some stuff planned for December. I know my calendar. I was like, I'm already like, I know everything I'm doing mostly all the way up till next August at this point. Wait, and September. I got like the next most of the next year planned. Good thing I bought my planners early. I gotta sit down someday and like start filling things out for next year because it's gonna be a busy, busy year, especially in the summer. CQA is in Halifax. I didn't even have this on my list to talk about, but CQA is in Halifax. I'm going to be there with bells on, not as a vendor. CQA is the Canadian Quilters Association. Really big, huge quilt show. They will have vendors from all across Canada. You know, retail things, but they will also have a lot of wholesalers so as shop owners can go see them as well. I'm pretty sure if it's a wholesaler and they're at the show and you're just a regular person, they'll have stuff for you to buy as well because some of them have like a retail alternative, but they'll also direct you to go to your local stores. But the big thing is they're going to have teachers. The classes aren't open yet, but they've released a list of instructors, and they will have lecturers, and I'm so stinking excited for these things. I am gonna like not sleep that week because I'll be signing up for everything and living off of caffeine and chocolate bars, which is fine for that week, I guess. Danielle is laughing now. She has seen me do she has seen me do this at shows. Okay. So I guess I have a mess on my table to clean up before the shop opens. The storm's not going to hit till later in the day. If it is a storm, we don't know. It's supposed to be over by tomorrow morning, which is okay because I don't have to drive anywhere tomorrow. And Friday morning, I do have to pick up Ron at the airport. So we will have a late open Friday morning, but only like 10:30. Because I still have, yeah, we can be home by 10:30. I'll have picked him up by then. Can't remember the time of his flight. You know, time zones are hard. Um, yeah, so I guess you're all caught up. You're all caught up. My head is wee. I definitely need more tea. So, Whitetail Woods, don't forget gift ideas, patterns and books still on sale. And eek, I will see you when you come in, when you come flying in here. Grab what you need and come flying back out because the husband's in the car and you got 87 more put stops on your way to get to. So, yeah, catch you on the flip side. You keep on rocking. Love ya. I